Hello, today we are going to talk about how you can use event callbacks or custom events in your Blazor applications. So, there are times where you may want to notify your parent components that something happened in your child components, and you can do that through the use of custom events. How do you implement custom events in Blazor? So there are at least two ways in which you can do it. But before we continue, please remember subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you are notified when there are new videos, invite more people to join the channel, and like and share the videos. So here we have this application, and the application is supposed to render a message after this message in here. So in the blank space at the right of that message string, we should see a custom message after 5 seconds. Once the component has been 5 seconds after the component has been initialized, right? Now you see that in my index page, what we are doing is we have this test component, and the test component has that on success it will invoke the update message, right? The update message is going to set this value component event handler message invoke to this variable, and it should print it after this message string. So if I run my application and we debug this, we will see that the code is actually executing, but the text is not being rendered. See, it executed. If I continue, the value is in there, that we do not see the actual message being rendered. Why not? Because in this case we are actually missing the state has changed. So if I run my application again, you will see that now the message is also going to be rendered as we expected, as it should. So let's wait a couple of seconds and we will see how it is rendered. Okay, let's continue. And you see that in this case, after I did the state has changed call, the text is already rendered. Now this is good, but it has an issue actually. So it means that if we do it this way, every single time that we need to update the EUI, we need to manually invoke the state has changed if we are in a code executed in an action, right, or a delegate. So how do we fix that? How do we avoid that? Because if we have to do this every single time, it is really easy to miss doing it, right? So one of the ways in which we can do that is, you see that in this case, in my component, what I am using is an action delegate, right? It's an action, right? And you put whatever method or call you want that to execute. But we can go to our component and change it to use, instead of action, we can set it to use event callback, right? So you see the current way it's action on success. Now we do the delay in the uninitialize async for testing purposes, and we invoke the method on success, right? Now we can go the other way, and we use an even callback instead. Now, since we are using a different type that has different methods, we need to change the way in which we call it. In the case of the even callback, we invoke it using the variable name that invoke async, right? And if you want to pass parameters, you can pass them in there. You see, it has an object array. Also, if you want to use strong types for the parameters, you can say, I don't know, let's say that you want to put an integer. You see that now you have access, or you will be able to send int. Now I don't know if it actually supports more types in here. Let's see, even callback int bool. So it seems it's only configured, or it only supports one. So if you want to send multiple types, you will probably have to use like a custom object or something like that, right? But in this case, we are not receiving parameters in the method signature, so we use invoke it, right? And let's see, it will invoke this, right? This is assigned to this, and now we will remove the state has changed, because when we are using even callbacks, we do not need the state has changed method when we are using even callback. So let's see, let's wait a couple of seconds, and you should see that it actually renders the message. Okay, it executed the method, or invoked the callback, and you see that in here we have the component even handler invoke a string, and we are not calling the state has changed method in here. The even callback already did that for us. So that's one of the way to do it. And actually in the Microsoft documentation, they tell you how to use even handling, and you see that in this case they are actually using the even callback, right? To expose events across components, use an even callback. A parent component can assign a callback method to a child component's even callback, right? And yeah, that's one of the ways in which you can do it, and you don't have to use that state has changed. It's really useful, right? I hope this video has been useful. Thanks for watching. Please remember, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you are notified when there are new videos uploaded into the channel. Like the videos and share them in your social networks so our network and our subscribers can keep increasing, and we can keep making more training videos for you. Remember, we do trainings on Microsoft.NET, Blazor, Azure, and Unity3d. Have a great day.